Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nick, your host of On the Scene with Martini. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, you are the scene.
What's up, guys? It's Nick, honestly with Martini. Today I got Jess from Juicebox and Ancient X1s. How you
What's
doing,
up,
Jess?
guys? Good.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Mhm. For sure.
You're my first Texas hardcore uh
Hell yeah.
person on the pod, so
Yeah,
it'll be very fun.
that's
It's
cool.
one of those scenes where whenever I like to ask the question of like, what are your craziest shows? And everyone always says Texas always shows out for shows
Really?
in all areas. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
answer I always get.
Yeah, I mean, we have some pretty crazy shows. Sometimes.
Of course. Not like the Northeast, but it has
Yeah.
its own fault, its own
Yeah.
perks.
Yeah, for sure.
So, growing up, what was like your musical like introduction? Not even to just like hardcore itself, just like backtracking, like rock, indie.
I was pretty like emo and like scene when I was a kid. Yeah, I listened to well, my parents listened to like a lot of emo, like Brand New and I like Bring Me the Horizon and like Pierce the Veil and stuff like that. So yeah, I was pretty emo when I was a kid.
Like pretty early on, you got introduced to that kind of music.
Yeah, yeah.
Did that make it easier for you to like transition to the hardcore scene, you would
Oh yeah.
say?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. I Everyone always says like, and like myself included, is like the classic like Fleetwood Mac, Eagles. But like when your parents are
Yeah.
listening to like Pierce the Veil and
No, it's
Bring Me the
definitely
Horizon.
like new metal and emo and stuff like that. And one of my favorite bands is Incubus, and because my
Okay.
parents liked it a lot, and yeah.
Now, them liking that kind of music, were they involved in going to shows early as well, or
Not really. My mom probably been to a couple of hardcore shows, I think, nothing that she would remember. Um, but they didn't really go to shows that much often, or in a scene at least.
what was your introduction then to like the actual hardcore scene, like where you are now as a friend lady?
So I'm not actually from Texas. I'm from California. That's where I kind of grew up. Um, so I live like maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours from like this from Chain Reaction.
Okay.
And I would go to shows there with friends. But I mean, when I was younger and I would want to go to shows, I didn't have forms of transportation,
Hmm.
especially when it's so far away. So I didn't really, I wasn't really able to go to shows that much as I wanted to. But when I like, finally got a car and would be off of work, I'd, pretty much go to Chain Reaction for shows.
Was there like a local band or like a band that you f find yourself wanting to see often, or like when you saw that flyer, you were like absolutely pumped for it?
Not really. I really just went for like bigger bands,
Bigger bands? Okay.
like touring bands, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Like a tsunami level or like that kind of level or
Kinda, I saw Basement there once, Boston Manor, Magnitude was dope. Yeah, pretty much that.
gotcha. So then fast forward a little bit too. Now like you fronting Juicebox and stuff, what made you want to be a like a vocalist in the scene?
I've always kind of wanted to because I thought it was cool. When I first moved to Texas, I didn't obviously know anybody, but I met our bassist in Juicebox, Sal. Um, Tattooing him, he like walked in randomly, and I was playing some hardcore music, and he was like, "Oh, you should come to a local show," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool." And then that's how I met like everybody in the band and all my friends now, um, and that's how we kind of started Juicebox.
Did you have So starting Juicebox then, like what was it like meeting everyone? Was it kind of just like an all at you kind of deal, or were you just like piecing together people and then we're like, okay,
Yeah,
let's make a band?
yeah, we were piecing it started off with me and Sal, the bassist, because he was all like, you know, he wanted to start a band and he asked me. And then he was like, oh, I know this girl that's been wanting to play guitar, and that's Gio, our guitarist. Um, and then I met our old drummer at a show as well, so it kind of was pieced together.
Gotcha. So then for or also I want to ask also, did you find it like any I don't want to say like difficulty, but like being a female in the scene, did you feel like there was any type of like backlash or anything from the scene or like it was a little harder for you to get involved? Because I feel like back then, like when I asked that question, like there's always like, well, like it was tougher for females to get into shows. Like when I
Hmm.
interviewed like a lot of like the New York like old hardcore guys, or
Yeah.
like there was like a lot of people that were not I don't want to say against it, but like
Yeah.
guys can be strong-headed.
I mean, I know there was some guys who like, oh, it's a female band, I'm not really gonna take it seriously. But there
Hmm.
was also a lot of people who thought it was awesome, and there is not a lot of female bands in Texas or Houston, really.
Hmm.
So I think a lot of people were stoked about it and thought it was awesome, and the people who didn't just didn't come to the show. Didn't
For
support it, who cares?
fair enough. Well, and you guys have been doing great too,
Yeah.
so it's not like you really need them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So being a female vocalist, also like kind of having that heavier style, to say the least. Were there
Hmm.
any like female bands that you kind of looked to? Because like right off the top, I think of like Kitty, which is like
Yeah,
the easy one to pick.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
was there any other bands that like kind of helped you gain? Because I feel like when you're listening to a band, like you can hear even though like like the normal scene is screaming. To us, it's like
Hmm.
everyone has their own style.
Yeah. Hmm.
Did was you use
Yeah,
any bands for that?
I loved the band Slant. And then World of Pleasure was also kind of like an influence as well.
Hmm.
Um, probably Dying Wish also.
Did you have like utilizing that for your vocal pattern or style, sorry? Did you have any bands that came to mind when you were like creating Juicebox that you were like, okay, this is kind of the style I want to go to?
Definitely Slant was like, oh, I want to do a band like this. I mean, we're obviously a little more hardcore now, but uh, we were trying to do like a more like a punk kind of thing. Well, I mean, we're still our punk, but like a little more hardcore. Especially our new stuff is like more like hardcore for sure, like NY hardcore.
Yeah. So this year you guys toured a good bit, especially
Mhm.
and it was like July time roughly.
Yeah, summer. Hmm.
Yeah, for the summer you guys went on like that pretty big run with Haywire for a
Yeah.
little while. What
Hmm.
was it like going to those kind of shows? I am going to be like one of my biggest regrets of the summer. Grew up in Philly.
Yeah.
I was on day four of shows, and if I would have went to Bonks, it would have been day five. And I was like, "Ugh, I won't go.
That
I,
was probably one of the best shows on the tour, honestly.
I'm sure. Can you kind of talk about like the kind of response that you guys were getting on tour too? Because it was not just Haywire absolutely killing shows. Like I saw a ton of videos about you guys. Like what was that kind of
Yeah.
response like?
I thought it was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see because I mean, all the shows were gonna be awesome because of Haywire, regardless. But to see people actually liking us, especially because I mean we're kind of a girl band too, and some people don't care for it. It was cool to see. So yeah,
Do you guys or like was there any shows? Well, I guess Bonks would be the answer to that. Like any shows this year that like really stuck to mind, like from uh, a Houston band now, looking at the rest of the world that you played at.
that I played out
Hmm.
like Juicebox. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Bonks was pretty awesome. Nothing else that comes to mind. Oh, New York was really awesome for us too. Like, think they went off pretty hard. Yeah, Bonks in New York. Man. nothing else comes to mind. I forget. I have the worst memory.
You're all good.
But they were all like pretty awesome.
Was that like
Um,
one of the bigger tours that you guys have done so far?
yeah, for sure.
So with Juicebox too, you guys put out a single, Not Yours.
Mhm.
Do you guys plan on like that was just kind of like a one-off single? Is that like teasing a possible new album in 2026 or is that like the goal for you guys?
Yeah, we have an 7 songs recorded. Hopefully putting out next month. We're supposed to
Oh, okay.
put it out sometime last year, but it just didn't work out. But I think hopefully next month
Can
because
you cut?
I do everything myself.
Okay.
And
Like when you say that, do you mean like the linear notes and like the or the liner notes and like the cover and all that kind of stuff?
yeah, and like booking as well, and just um, yeah, just pretty much everything myself. So it can get hard with tattooing as well. Because if I focus too much on juice box, tattooing kind of gets put on the back burner and, vice versa. So I'm trying to kind of balance them,
Hmm.
uh, but it can be hard.
Then for Juicebox, are you guys considered like like a full DIY band? Like you guys aren't signed to a label or anything?
Yeah, DIY.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I feel
Yeah,
like even like the smaller bands now, like you'll see a band with like a
yeah,
thousand followers and they're like signed to like Epitaph and you're like, what?
yeah, it's crazy.
Like everyone's getting signed. So did you
Yeah.
guys have that thought going into it of being DIY or was this something that you guys haven't really pushed for that next like to be under
Yeah, I mean,
someone?
we love being DIY. We haven't really pushed to be on a big label. But I mean, we love doing everything ourselves.
What do you find the most challenging portion of doing it yourself?
Challenging, booking tours.
Is that the hardest for you?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. It's just a lot.
I'm currently trying to book like 2 shows and it's been a nightmare. Like
Yeah,
I don't know how people do it, truthfully.
I mean, either. Like,
Like
I booked we have a last minute show next Friday at this coffee shop. It's like an outdoor coffee shop.
mhm.
Um, and like I'm trying. We've had a show before where it got like shut down because of the noise, and I'm trying to get like a sound permit. I need like a PA system, and I need like a stage as well. So I'm like, that's so much already. Like I don't know how people do this, but it is an outside outdoor show, so like actual venues are kind of easier, but.
Mhm. Even with actual venues, it's still tough.
Kind
Like
of, yeah. Like if even like talking to venue like managers, like they won't like get back to you right away, and it's like super annoying.
I'm glad we're having this conversation
Yeah.
because that's totally been something like I'm trying to book, and this isn't really a secret, but my buddy Gary, he's in this band called Nex. It's like Day Trader and Crime and Stereo members. And we're trying to book like 3 shows, and it's just been like a nightmare. Like getting back to people, people getting back to you, and
Yes.
then like finding like the openers, and then there's always like one person in the band that can't come on.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's totally been,
But it is very rewarding when it all comes together. But
I'm sure.
yeah.
So what made you guys want to put together then that free show?
Um, I mean, I go to that coffee shop like all the time, and I think they're being bought out, so they're kind of closing their doors. They're gonna reopen somewhere else, but they don't know where. So that day is like their last day, and me and my friends went there a couple like last week, and we were like, we should throw a show here. And we're like, yeah. And then the owner walks by, and we're like, hey, we should throw a show here because they also like hardcore. Like everyone that works there loves
That's
hardcore.
awesome.
And they will go to Juicebox shows sometimes too. Um, and they've mentioned it before, and we're like, why not? Also because our last show, we were not able to play our set. Someone got hurt and the show got canceled. Everyone was pretty bummed because we haven't played a show in Houston in a couple months. So I kind of, wanted to make up make it up to everybody and the kids who were there too. And yeah.
So with like this show then, has there ever been like a show at this coffee shop before, or are you kind of like the first?
I think it's the first. I think we're like gonna do it like in the parking lot as well because I mean it's pretty small and it's outside. So yeah, they've never had a show there before.
Do you, that's cool though, like being like the first and last band
Yeah,
to kind of perform there in a way
yeah,
and
yeah.
putting it all together.
Hmm.
Do you like, is that like your kind of favorite show then? Like these kind of like DIY smaller shows or like
For
obviously like,
sure.
okay,
Yeah, those are the best. Those are the most fun. No rules.
no rules, fair enough.
Hmm.
Do you notice like with like the Houston, like with the Houston scene, like when you're going on, like when you're playing a show in Houston, like there's definitely like a crazy like respect from the community that you guys get and like they always show out.
Hmm. For sure.
Do you have like a different type of nerves going into those kind of shows then, or is it a little easier for you now being so long?
Yeah, I think it's a little easier for me now. I mean, I always get nervous before a show, especially when I'm for Juicebox, just because I don't know, being the singer, it's, kind of nerve-wracking sometimes talking to people. Um, but I think it's gotten way easier, especially in Houston, where they know us.
Yeah. For Ancient X ones, then do you find that easier because you're kind of playing and you're like
Oh
more
yeah.
like in the
Oh,
background?
oh yeah, way more comfortable just because I'm not the center of attention, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Have you been playing in Ancient for a while then?
Yeah, I think we've been a band for a year and a half or to 2 years, something like that.
Now, that's not a band that like I would say I'm overly familiar with. So that's
Mhm.
also a
Yeah.
Houston-based band.
Yeah. Hmm.
So did you kind of like formulate these Juice Box? Oh my gosh. Juice Box was 2024 as well for the most part, at least
Yeah.
published music. Was
Mhm.
that kind of like the same time frame then, starting two bands at the same time or
No, Juicebox has been a band since 2021 or 22.
Oh, okay.
I think 22. Ancient One's like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
S- When you're playing then, so like when you're playing with Ancient X1s, is it kind of like the same tour style like as you would like when you're going out with like Juicebox, or do you know like is there any differences with that at all?
It's just different people, different friends. But we also don't tour as much as Juicebox does, which I would like to because those I like both group of friends and both bands. I love being with them, which is awesome. So I would like to tour as much as both bands do, as much as Juicebox.
Fair enough. So for Juicebox then, besides a new album, is there anything that we could expect or any goals or wishes that you hope to have this year? Like in terms of like touring or
Yeah, hopefully touring the West Coast. We've had a lot of requests to go to California, and I mean that's where I'm from too, so I would love to go there. So hopefully the West Coast, maybe before the summer, in the summer.
is there any venues, obviously Chain Reaction ending now?
Yeah.
Is there any venues that like you remember going to shows at now that you like are touring and stuff again that you want or like you like playing at those venues already that
Yeah.
you kind of went to?
Program for sure. I want to play there. I would go to shows there. It's a skate shop.
Okay.
Would definitely love to play there because went to shows there before and when I lived there. So yeah,
What part of California is that in?
that's Fullerton, I
Okay.
think. I'm not
I
wrong.
only know Fullerton because of baseball.
Oh,
They
really?
have, yeah, so they have a pretty good baseball team.
Yeah.
So you were saying earlier too about how you're doing the juice box, like a lot of DIY, obviously being the vocalist, like you're taking on a lot of different roles. Your other job, you're also a tattoo artist,
Mhm.
at Cry Later Tattoo,
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
So how'd you get into tattooing? Like what was your story with getting into it?
So I moved to Houston like during COVID. Um, my parents moved here. My dad was in the military, so he moved here. So I was like, why not? Fresh start. So I So I followed them, and I didn't have a job because I, got laid off. And I've always wanted to be a tattooer. I just never pulled the trigger. So I was looking for apprenticeships around Houston, and the first shop I went to, I showed them my portfolio, and they gave me an apprenticeship, and that's where I did my apprenticeship, and so I got into it.
Was Cry Later that place or was it a different place?
No, it was a different place.
How did you have that idea and it's like I don't want to say like did you want to go into being a traditional artist go right away?
Yeah,
Did you
that
already have like traditional tattoos then at that point?
I had a couple, maybe two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so all of my tattoos I have now, I've gotten within the past 5 years.
Oh, geez.
Mhm.
And you have a good bit of tattoos.
Yeah,
Not to
I
be
do. I
weird, but
do
like
have a good
I always look at people's
bit.
Instagrams, like you have a ton of tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, I would get during my apprenticeship, because I was living with my parents, I didn't have to pay rent.
Hmm.
So, all the money I'd make from tattooing, I would get tattooed at least like once or twice a month.
Really? That's a
Which
lot.
now is crazy, and because I don't have a lot much I don't have much room left, and I'm getting scared because there's a lot of people I want to get tattooed by.
So I always love that too about the traditional scene. Like there's like a lot of like different like there's trading tattoos and people have like their own designs. Is that like do you do that at all like with like your friends? Like I'll tattoo you, you tattoo me kind of deal?
Yeah, for sure. I've done that before.
What is your favorite tattoos that you have?
Favorite tattoos? Oh, that's hard. I don't think I have a favorite. People ask me that, and I don't think I have a favorite.
I don't think I would either if I had
Yeah, I
tattoos. Because it's
know.
like everything has its own story.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a toughest spot?
Probably the back.
Really?
The back was
I would expect the neck.
anything. Oh, that wasn't as bad. No, that was horrible. Anything on the torso, like stomach, chest, back, is like the worst.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed that. My girlfriend has a tattoo right behind her ear and
Yeah,
she was fine with it. That
yeah.
would freak me out. I wouldn't be able to do it.
So I'm guessing you don't have a lot of tattoos.
I currently have zero. I
Oh, what?
I know. I'm kind of lame, but I collect tattoo art. Like I
Oh, that's
buy
awesome.
I buy
Mhm.
flashes and stuff. Like
Mhm.
I really do. And I have a ton of tattoo artist friends. Like it's not
Yeah.
like I'm in like I don't want to use the word like a lack of going to the like I go to festivals, like I go to the
Mhm.
shows and stuff. I talk to the people, I interview
Yeah.
them. Like I love it. I don't know. I've always had a trouble like finding like
Commitment.
that. What was it?
Is it commitment
Yeah, low
to
key.
a design? Yeah,
Yes,
I get it. That's a
100%.
lot. That's a lot of people, and I get that.
Because like one day I'm like, wow, I would love like tr or like Japanese traditional, like an arms, like one arm, one leg, and like my back, like kind of going
Mhm.
like that way. And then like
Yeah.
other days I'm like, well, what if I just did like Gothic realism? That'd be cool
Yeah.
too. Because it kind of matches like I'm just like I'm going both back
Yeah.
and forth. It's
Yeah.
too
You
much.
can't choose. I get that. But you got to get one. Uh,
I'll definitely get one within the next like year or two. I'll have to buckle down.
nice.
So with Cry Later, then like what's like your tattoo routine then? Like do you flash a lot? Like do you create flash a lot? Because that traditional a lot of it I feel like is picking people's already done
Flash.
designs.
Yeah, I definitely do paint a lot of flash and draw, but I also do a lot of like what is it called? People give me their designs and I have to draw something up for them.
Okay.
So custom pieces. I do a lot
Yeah.
of custom pieces as well, which is fine, but um I love doing flash. It's my favorite thing to do.
If people want to contact you for a tattoo, what's the best way to contact?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Mhm.
Your Just X Tattoos?
Yes.
Which I want to apologize for being late because I was like 2 minutes late and I was like,
Oh no, it's okay.
because you have three accounts and I'm like, I don't know which one I
I
DM'd her
know
on.
I do that a lot. I
Which
also do the Ancient Ones account. I have Juicebox, Ancient Ones, in both my.
you run all the social media.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then you must have had like a pretty artistic background or love doing art for a while then if you kind of
Hmm.
not many people can jump into being a tattoo artist. It's not I know sure as hell I couldn't. I like
Yeah.
drawing, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
So, what I feel like people don't practice drawing traditional just like on their own prior to being an artist. Was that
Mhm.
like kind of a style that you always have been into, or did you have like your own like
Um,
artistic style?
I did. I was always like into traditional tattoos, but I also did random drawings and paintings as well. I did a little bit of community college, and I was studying like graphic design too. That didn't work out, obviously. Um, but yeah,
It's tough. It really
yeah,
is. Like graphic
it's
design,
the-
especially now.
yeah.
Like I feel so bad for the graphic designers because we really are getting killed by
I
AI
know,
with that
I
stuff.
know. But it's honestly so recognizable, in my
It is.
opinion.
I
I
agree.
like you can tell.
Yeah. I hate that like you can tell when bands are now using it though.
I know.
And that's been a thing recently, I feel like. And no, I'm not calling anyone out, but
Yeah,
like you can easily
yeah.
tell
You can
that.
easily tell. Which I kind of like because I mean, if you can't tell, you don't know who's using AI or not.
That's fair. And it's just something like I really don't feel like we need it for we don't really we could avoid AI. Like
Yeah.
I'm a nurse, so it doesn't scare me as much as it scares other people.
Yeah.
But like, especially a graphic designer, you spend 4 years, sometimes 6 years going to school, working your ass off, and then
Yeah.
a little robot
Literally.
can take
I feel
over,
bad. Yeah.
can take over.
Really bad.
Do you ever see like that affecting the tattoo industry at all then? With the AI, like people coming with you like, oh, I already have a design, and you're like,
Yeah.
mm.
I've had a couple clients come to me with an AI design. Um, and I just can't let them know that it pisses me off inside, but I always redraw it. No matter
Okay.
what, I'll redraw it.
Yeah. Just to like find your style more with it, like with like the lines and stuff, or
Yeah.
gotcha. Second. So with tattooing, do you ever see a reflection of like your tattooing, like your emotions to tattooing and then like your emotions to like singing and being in bands and stuff? Do you ever notice like that kind of correlating at all?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, they're both, um, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Um, I mean, tattooing and hardcore kind of go hand in hand. Hardcore people get tattooed.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think so.
For like when you're up there, right, and you're like singing and stuff, is there any like themes or anything that you kind of hone in on with your writing?
Themes.
Mhm. Like when
Um,
we're looking at the lyrics, like I feel like in hardcore songs, like a lot of times we're screaming lyrics,
mhm.
and then like after that, the band will explain, be like, that song was about like punching a little person, or like something
Yeah,
like, or
yeah,
like anything, like it just doesn't make sense. And then other times it's like, well, that song was about, immigration rights and
yeah,
abortion
yeah,
rights. Is there
yeah,
anything
yeah.
that you kind of find with Juicebox that you're writing about
Yeah,
a
I
lot?
mean, I have a song about abortion rights, and I also have songs about different people that have done me wrong and stuff, So it's pretty much just being angry.
Mhm. For then, like with Juicebox and stuff, do you find like with this new album coming out, do you find there's any like specific themes? Because there's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Is there any
definitely just being angry.
anger?
Yeah, for sure. Just anger.
Well, I want to say thank you so much, Jess, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And guys, down in link below, I will link Jess's Instagram. That'll be the best way to contact her for tattoos. And then I know Juicebox also still has some leftover merch. They
Mhm.
have a free show coming up in January, but this will not be posted by then, so I do apologize. We are a little behind on when we're posting, but yeah, tons of link down below, guys. And until next time, peace.
Thank you.